No, of course I believe you. Actually, I first heard about your great exploits when I was still in Inazuma. This is my first time coming face to face
Honestly,
with you and your mysterious silver-haired companion. I couldn't believe my luck, and out of force of habit, I started, examining the evidence. Sorry.
Oh, so what? For the love of... Sorry, we don't get out much, so our social skills are kinda lacking. Traveler, I hear you've helped many people a great deal and been to many places. Would...
Actually, we don't know much about that
like
place either.
literally
In fact, we only came over
एक
here because we
मिनट
heard
के
you
लिए मेरा
talking
लैपटॉप
about
ऐसे
it and wanted to
बंद
learn
हुआ
more.
और बिजली आ गई.
Ah,
मतलब एक मिनट
I
भी नहीं, कुछ
see.
seconds, I guess.
My teacher chose this area of research as a personal challenge. He said it's difficult to...
If you
अरे यार,
don't
इसका
mind,
बुक तो
I'd
काफी
love to
लंबा
show...
था.
hold on, Sawada.
तो
Don't...
फिर
Oh,
इसका
fair
बुक
point.
हमें मिले
In
जो
that
हम
case,
बाद में
please
जाके
ease
पढ़
yourselves
सकें.
in gently.
Let me give you some background. This all started with the... But in the end, he threw it into a... Apart from the swordmaker, his servant, and the one who wrote this all down, the records also mention a kabuki mono. This seems to be an Inazuman...
That's right. Akaba's...
So first this...
Yes, my thoughts exactly. So I helped out too.
Stop shouting!
This part's important. I just want to make it It just so happens that a friend of mine works at the government record. Even back then, Tatar...
Wait, so there
Tatara
are two
Sumo.
missing?
That's right! What's more...
Oh, the swordsmith? Yeah, like
Wow, yes. You really know your stuff. Something then seems to have
Swata
happened in
नाम
the
है इसका.
Kaidahara clan, leading...
the Kaidahara clan.
Sawada, you left out the biggest detail...
Oh, yes, of course. How could I forget?
Get to the point.
According to information acquired by Akaba's teeth...
A puppet?
यहाँ से ध्यान से देखना है. His Shogun puppet has to be the better deal part. What was he doing putting this Akko into the Sumo?
Aha! Judging by the looks on your faces, you...
No, Paimon just meant...
I agree, it does. But considering that non-human races in Inazuma are by no means uncommon, spooky events are to be expected. And that's it.
ये मैं पढ़ूंगी. Hopefully
Oh,
ये मुझे
and
book
please
दे दे.
read my essay draft as well.
Okay.
Sawada was encouraging me to follow his more creative approach, but I think essays should be grounded in facts. I don't think explaining everything away with mysterious forces will... Oh! How about if I plug the holes in Sawada's narrative with political intrigue? Like, I could put a turf war between rival factions at the center of the whole series of events.
Wait, you're allowed to just make stuff up? Pretty sure you've gone from essay to guessay there.
Akaba, look. Your
नहीं,
teacher
वो
has
fine.
researched this extensively. I've reached out to everyone I could think of. Whatever information we have now is all that there is to know. This is as much detail as you're ever going... Besides, if there really was a political power struggle going on at anything like the level you seem to be suggesting, what hope would we ever have of finding out the truth?
Good point. Okay, back to the drawing.
We have some other stuff to do, so we'll have to say goodbye for now.
All right, thank you. If you find out any
अपना
more
paper
info about all
discuss
this,
कर रहे हैं
please
हमसे
do
ये.
let me know. Thanks so much.
Hey, so that thing they were talking about, it has to do with the belt. Okay, then even if we did know something about it, we probably, after all, we kicked his butt and got him locked up. Information about people like that is usually super confidential. If you ask Paimon, Akaba should just pick a different topic. There must be as many essay topics.
Exactly.
Did you see that? He literally just went by over there. It looked like the volunteer. No, it can't have been. He got locked up. Oh, quick, let's catch up and see.
Sanctuary of Sarasthana. Just
Race you!
I will race you, Xiangling. Xiangling. Hopefully ये सही बोलती हूँ. Let's go. मिनिमम इंटेलिजेंस देख रही थी वहाँ क्या था lowly life with minimal intelligence slime का
Now I
definition है
got
वो
stomach cramps.
definition है description but sounds like us
Traveler, Paimon, there you are. Nahida, bad news. We just saw the balladeer. Did he escape or?
Sure enough.
Hey, what are you doing in the sanctuary of Surastana? I know you must have a lot of questions. Please, it was my idea to set the balladeer free. We made a deal. A deal? You sure you trust this guy?
What did you expect? Why do you think Sumeru would keep me around otherwise? Or maybe killing me is all you can think about. But if that's the case, why haven't you done it already?
Don't flatter yourself. It was... Nahida said there's still some mysteries in you to figure out.
Ah, so if it were up to you, you'd finish the job? Guess I had you all wrong. There I was thinking you were just...
Well, that escalated quickly. Not a good start. Could I ask you all to please calm down? But Paimon's worried about you, Nahida. Don't let him trick you.
It's not every day you see people questioning the God of Wisdom's judgment. Just when you think you've seen it all.
Don't you dare try to drive a wedge between us! As long as the terms are reasonable, I don't think there's a problem in making a deal. Even with the balladeer.
Well, I for one have no reason to doubt you. Considering you even struck a deal with the doctor.
Yes, one in which I gained valuable information. You'll come to understand the balladeer's power was all but completely spent after your battle. He's no longer strong enough to be a strategic threat to us.
उसके
That
सामने
puts
ये
him
सब
in
बोल
quite a
रही
precarious position. Plus, he's a former harbinger with knowledge of many of the Fatui's sensitive secrets. Being stuck here in Sumeru could make him a sitting duck, depending on how the Fatui plan to... Wait a second. Farmer? You mean... I take no pleasure in saying this, but it seems as if the doctor had no intention of welcoming back a loser, so...
Sometimes it's you using them, other times it's them using you. Most human relationships are this way.
Balladeer का hair cut कितना
Certainly all the
मस्त
stable
है
ones are.
मतलब उसका
That's how
hair
it was
style
between me and the Fatui, and also between each of the Harbingers. So as long as you have some value to offer, nobody will ever abandon you. Well, if the Fatui are gonna reevaluate my utility, I need to have...
As we discussed, I don't like causing harm to living beings.
एक
And
minute
you said you need
I'll do that.
protection. So, why not join forces with us?
I think these two have made their objection to that idea fairly clear, don't you? And they're your friends, so I guess you'll be siding with them.
Yeah, obviously! Nahida, don't listen to him! Then let's put that discussion to the side for now. We still have time. Today can be a trial run. Where we go from here will depend on how well we manage to cooperate today.
And bam
All right, then I'll do
Let's
what
just
we agreed.
Good.
kids
Go
knocking
now,
on my
and keep in
door
touch.
फालतू में
Nahida, are you serious about this? Yes.
What did I miss?
I have my reasons for this decision. In fact, I'm largely doing it for your benefit.
For
Yes.
me?
As I told you once before, there's information about your twin in her... Oh, yeah. Actually, that's the whole reason we came to see you today. So, you have an update on that? Mm-hmm. You may remember me mentioning that the Fatui had not included your twin's details in the Descender category. This is an extremely important point. It's possible that the Fatui have other information that even I don't know about. And since the Balladeer used to be one of them, he'll be better acquainted with this information than I am. He
क्या
was
मतलब कि
granted
मैं
the power to
अकेले हूँ
connect with
इधर?
Irminsul when he almost became the god of a new era. Even though he no longer
Okay.
has the Gnosis, some traces of its
कभी-कभी लोग
power
खुद से
remain
भी
in
बात
him.
कर लेते हैं, so
He
it's
can
okay.
still connect.
I think.
The amount of information in Irminsul is vast beyond
Hello.
description. Sifting through
Hello.
all of it without knowing what to look for
Welcome
would take
back,
too long,
Pixie.
even for me. So I asked the
अब
Balladeer
से
to
मैं
search in
अकेले बात
Irminsul
कर
for
रही थी,
any
पता है?
information. Exactly! Or
मुझे लगा
what
तुम
if
हो यहाँ पे.
Paimon just doesn't trust him? He's treated us as enemies every time we've run into him. I understand. But sometimes, everything is dictated by which side you're on. How things will go in the future depends on what information he brings back.
Oh no, no.
And Traveler,
ये
I know what
Archon
your
quest
heart
चल रहा है
desires
सुमेरु
most of
का.
all. Our minds have connected several times before. There is a corner of your heart reserved for an
यार मुझे
intense
मांडा
longing,
बहुत पसंद है
a
यार.
feeling of being all alone in the dark, searching for the one candle whose light still burns. As
My
Sumeru's
bad.
deity,
My bad.
it is
Oh.
my responsibility to be on guard against the Balladeer. But as someone who counts you as a friend, I want to do something for you. If this deal with the Balladeer can give you the answers you've been longing to find, then it's worth it.
I know, right? Like...
It's my pleasure, really. You're Sumeru's hero. You've more than earned it. I'm still worried about this idea. Is there anything we can do to help? I was going to contact you about that,
Archon
but
है अभी
then you
तक
suddenly
में
showed
मुझे
up on your
लगता है.
own accord. In fact, I was going to ask you to supervise the Balladeer on my behalf while he carries out the task I assigned. Even though he only has a fraction of his full power left, that's still a fraction of a former Harbinger. If you... Of course, I'll be there to help guide you through Irminsul from the outside. Great. Thank you. Prepare yourselves. I'm going to transport you into Irminsul.
Hopefully मेरा burp सुनाई नहीं दे रहा.
It's pretty different here compared to last time.
Oh my
The
gosh.
colors are gentler. Guess that must be because Sumeru's at peace now.
Look at that. Hot on my heels. You know, you didn't have to cut your catch-up short just to keep me company. Oh,
यार
but
इसका
I
hair
guess you
style कितना
panicked when you
मस्त
realized that
है,
I might
plus
enter
the
Irminsul
red
ahead of you.
eyeliner.
Shut your beak, jailbird! No way a prisoner gets to be so smug!
I understand that prisoners have to put up with harassment from the guards. But right now, I'm on temporary release. So maybe you should think about backing off a little.
Sounds like a successful rendezvous. I need to be quite
my
clear
gosh.
about something. In a few moments, you'll be entering into the innermost region of Irminsul. It is an
Tone कैसे
environment
change
like
हो
no
गया
other,
देख रही हो पाइमॉन
and the
का.
most important place in all of Sumeru. Unlike anywhere else, Irminsul's inner region consists exclusively of torrents of information. You must put aside your differences and be extremely careful as
Oh,
you navigate
नाहिदा
your
का
way
आवाज है
through.
भाई.
I
पाइमॉन
know there are
ऐसे
many
कैसे बोल रही
grievances
है?
between you on both sides, but it is essential that you remain calm
Hey,
after
new
entry.
streamers. Hi.
This is as much for your
Hello.
own safety as anything else.
Welcome.
Fine. Let's call it truce. But only until this mission's over.
Let's cut each other a little slack, shall we? We are going to be traveling together after... Per my agreement with Lesser Lord Kusanali, I'll be at the front. It's my job to lead the way and get rid of any obstacles in our path. All you have to do is keep your pretty eyes
No,
open
he
and
did
try
not
not
say
to fall
that.
behind.
You sure are confident. Paimon will give you that. You make it sound like you're even more experienced at adventuring than us.
They're ready to
If there
throw
are no
hands,
further
यार.
objections,
कभी
I
भी.
suggest we... Or did you need some time to mentally prepare yourselves?
That's The snark on this guy. It's unbearable.
Yeah, focus on your job, Paimon.
We can start now.
Let's go.
Access granted. Initiating
What?
connection procedure.
Oh, Archon Quest. हाँ, Sumeru का Archon Quest करें.
Oh, darn it! Come on, let's catch up with him.
पर ये कैरेक्टर बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग है, जैसे उसका पास्ट रहा है अभी तक.
Wow. So this is the... Ooh. Paimon's never seen anything like this. And it
Yeah,
feels like a sacred place.
and it looks like a sacred
Irminsul is
place.
closely intertwined with the entirety of Tevat. Every bit of information flowing here means something. Pick your jaws up off the floor. It's time to
यार
go.
क्या ये
Why is it that
ठीक से
Paimon
बात
just
नहीं
wants
कर
to do
सकते
the
क्या?
opposite of everything he says?
Lesser Lord Kusanali, we will now proceed to the heart of Irminsul.
Can you still sense where the heart of Irminsul is?
Yes. Permission to begin searching for information there?
Permission granted. Go.
Let's go.
ना ये
Stay
ना
close.
सिस्टम की तरह
Don't
काम
go
कर
running
रही है.
off.
ईमो है शायद वो.
Say we did go
मुझे भी
running
ऐसा ही
off
लग
from
रहा है.
here. What would happen?
बस इस यूनिवर्स में वो वैलिडियर है, बाकी तो ईमो है
What are
एकदम.
you smirking at?
I was just imagining the look on your travel companion's face if you went and got lost. Anything's possible in here. You can't rule anything out.
बट
So if
बोरिंग
you
तो.
want to stay safe, your best...
मुझे तो इंटरेस्टिंग लग रहा है. मुझे फोंटेन का क्वेस्ट बहुत बोरिंग लगा था. प्रिजन वाला उसके बाद कभी किया नहीं है मैंने. फोरेना का ट्रायल नहीं करा है.
These sapling things have spread out.
Those are all packets of information from inside Irminsul. Be careful not to touch them.
सैसी क्वीन है ये.
It looks the same in every direction.
And we are bad at directions. Let's follow him. भाई मुझे तो सारा
No
स्टोरी
wonder
क्वेस्ट
you
बोरिंग
mentioned about
लगता है.
getting lost. Huh. What do
सही
you know?
में?
He was actually telling the truth.
क्या मैं ही सिर्फ नर्ड हूँ जो मुझे बड़ा मैं बहुत ज्यादा इन्वेस्टेड हूँ इसके लोर में और मुझे बहुत मजा आता है
There's a
स्टोरी.
time and a place to lie, but this definitely isn't it. So why don't you relax your guard a little?
दोनों विजुअल्स आर वेरी वेरी नाइस. Agree.
We're here.
Agree.
What a huge
Try to
tree.
understand in this story. Yeah. और उनके कनेक्शंस एक दूसरे से. Valorant addict हूँ मैं ना.
Lesser Lord
Okay.
Kusanali,
Okay, Pixie.
Good, you made it. Are you ready?
ready when you are.
Then please begin. Preparing to access cognitive currents. Establishing waypoint. The Balladier's actually doing what Nahida tells him. The rest is up to you. If you...
Will do.
Oh.
Huh. For once, we're the ones with nothing to do.
I know. I like seeing the story, but the
Traveler,
dialogues
Paimon,
are
would
too
you like to
long.
talk?
है ये है. पहले मैं skip कर देती थी मैं खुद.
Yes. I've also invited Paimon to join. Huh? What the? We can talk to each other inside our heads? That's part of it. Plus, we're all friends.
You Valor
There's nothing
stream
wrong with
one
us talking
day.
like this once in a
अगर तुम
while.
मुझे ऐसे embarrassing
Paimon's never tried this before. This is
वो करते हुए देखना चाहती हो तो ठीक है.
Paimon's been wanting to ask you something.
मेरी
Don't you think the
गेम
Balladier's a bit of
मंथ
a
में
walking
मुश्किल से
contradiction? He's always talking back, but
एक
he
दो
seems
दिन
to listen
खेलता
to
हूँ
what
बट
you
स्टिल
say.
मुझे अच्छा लगा सारा स्टोरी. हाँ.
As they've
मतलब
told you
काफी
before,
अच्छा स्टोरी है
there's
इसका
still
जो
some mysteries to
शुरू से
answer
चल
yet.
रहा है ना अभी तक.
Perhaps today will be the day that he finds some answers.
Yeah, I agree.
Well done. Smart.
Acacia.
So, you made contact with that part of his mind. Huh. Paimon thought nothing could get under that guy's skin. Turns out, Everyone has a history, Paimon. Even if you're a puppet created by the Electro... Speaking of puppets, we ran into two people at the Academia today
फिलहाल
talking
खेल
about
रहा
an essay.
रोड्स
Turns
शिलोनेन
out
आई
their
है
topic
इसलिए.
was about the Tatarasuna incident. Nahida, do you know
तुम्हारे
anything
पास
about
है
that?
शिलोनेन या तुम
If you mean
कॉल
the
करने वाले
mysterious
हो?
events, the Kabuki Mono and so on, yes. I know about all of that. Really? Because from what they were saying, it sounded like lots of Tatarasuna's history is still unexplained. And
I guess you would
oh,
like story type
how
games, right?
interesting. Those two managed to deduce
हाँ
quite a
ये
lot through
क्वेस्ट मस्त
guesswork
था.
alone.
मैंने ये शायद
So the Gensei got it right?
1.5 साल पहले किया था.
Well,
नहीं
they
मिल
guessed
रही
right
50
about
पुश
one
कर
thing.
दूं. Okay.
Tatarasuna was sabotaged.
Must be a riveting conversation you three are having. Funny how
अच्छी
all the good
कैरेक्टर है
ones
दो
happen when I'm not
शिलोनेन.
involved.
What makes you think?
Don't insult me. You're having a private conversation without me. Obviously, I must be the topic of
शिलोनेन
said
आएगी
conversation.
क्या अगले बैनर में? अभी है वो बैनर पे. भैया स्टारड्यू भी खेल. I want to.
Of
I'll check
course
it
you
out
do.
कभी.
You can't have your
वेपन बस
prisoner knowing too
87
much.
पुल्स में मिल गया.
So,
मैंने
have you
पता नहीं
found
मैंने कभी
anything
वेपन
yet?
बैनर पे पुल किया भी है या
Still
नहीं.
looking. Don't get your hopes up though.
Wait, how did you know
मेरे
about
पास
that?
ज्यादा
Did
कैरेक्टर्स
Nahida
अच्छे
tell
नहीं
you?
है.
It's not like we've never
ना
met
ही मेरे पास
before.
अच्छे वेपन्स
And
हैं.
anyway, you're world famous. It'd be more surprising if I didn't know a few things about you.
शेलो प्लस म्यूजिलेट कॉम्बो मस्त है. मेरे पास कोई नहीं है.
Right now,
मुझे क्या
we have
पता.
to keep the peace. I'm not interested in creating more misery for myself. And making cordial conversation is... Huh? Wait.
What's
This
that?
light. It looks similar to those saplings.
Anonymous data.
Hey, don't you forget the agreement. You have to...
Shh. Just wait.
Mr. Niwa, are you certain this is worth the risk? We are talking about Tatarasuna's furnace, after all. It may not pay to act rashly.
There's no one else who can enter the furnace. It has to be me.
Is that so? Well, since you insist...
It's...
Whoa!
I have been in Tatarasuna for some time now. You have shown me great hospitality, as has Mikoshi Nagamasa, and
Did we
indeed,
just
everyone
transmigrate?
else. Under your leadership, Tatarasuna is a warm, welcoming place, like a giant village. As I understand, the Raiden Shogun has, in recent years, eliminated much of the evil
क्या
that
बोल रहे
plagued
हो?
Inazuma.
अर्चना
As for
ये टेस्ट मैंने
Tatarasuna,
1.5 साल
it
पहले
was
किया था.
originally established as a means of safely disposing crystal marrow.
अभी क्या कर रहे हो
The
तुम?
forging industry with crystal
Natlan?
marrow as a raw
या Natlan
material
भी कर लिया
has
तुमने?
since flourished,
तेरे पास
giving
वो है ना
rise to
होता हाँ
generations
होता
of
है.
swordsmiths.
प्लेयर
Some world
बाप
renowned,
रे एग्जैक्टली.
others unknown,
स्टोरी पे पूरा
all
खेलने में
passing
कितना
on their
टाइम लगेगा?
legacy. Skills, blood, dreams.
काफी टाइम लगता
Every
है.
smith brought into this trade looks...
Yes, well, were it not for you coming to Inazuma and happening to make
अब
Akame's
कुछ नहीं सब
acquaintance,
कंप्लीट है.
the
Oh
two
my
of you
gosh.
never
Oh
would have
my
joined
gosh.
forces. And he would be the first. You allowed Akame to take all the
Like
credit for a
I was
method that you
surprised
jointly
एक दिन
developed.
ऐसे
He sold it to me,
YouTube में मैंने देखा
and
कि
now
किसी ने
every piece
सारे
of
वो
ore
कर
here
लिए
is
हैं. Like
smelted
वो
using the new technique.
जो भी
Even
achievements
now,
उसका सब हो
you
गया था,
remain one of
and I
the
was like
Tarasuna's
ये भी
key
possible है.
consultants, working right.
You flatter me. From the outset, I saw much that was commendable in the forging industry of Ina.
So you
मुझे
say,
तो
Escher.
और 5
But
साल
is this
लगेगा
really
शायद
the truth?
कंप्लीट करने में.
My good sir, what do you...
I tried to resist thinking it was all connected. Because I didn't want to speculate. And I didn't want to believe that things could turn out this way.
So what do you do
What have we
build
gained from
characters
adopting
at
your new
this?
technology? Ominous
मुझे
black
कैरेक्टर
smoke?
बिल्ड करने नहीं आता.
Mounting
लाइक अभी
production
तक मुझे
problems?
नहीं समझ आया उनका
Worker fatigue and casualties are up and continuing
कैसे
to
बिल्ड
rise at an
करना है.
alarming rate. And recently,
और आर्टिफैक्ट्स.
as you well know, someone died because of that strange filth inside the furnace. We've kept the... None of the
Please
people who went
teach
out to
me.
get help have come back. Now, our mutual friend, the Kabuki Mono, is taking the Golden Feather to Narukami Island to seek an audience with Shogun. But that doesn't faze you, does it, Escher? Nothing does. Otherwise, why would you still be standing there with that smile on your face?
I'm just surprised that you finally chose to be so sincere. I'm sure you've been harboring these suspicions for quite some time.
आर्टिफैक्ट फार्मिंग अच्छा लगता है दोस्तों के साथ.
Mikoshi
हाँ,
Nagamasa may have
साथ
noticed
में
that there
अच्छा
was one
लगता है,
common
अकेले नहीं.
denominator among all these events.
After all, Nagamasa is the adopted son of Mikoshi Torichio, the yokai struck down by the shogun's own hand. If he truly seeks to...
You're well informed on the subtleties of his situation for a mechanic all
एक्सप्लोर
the way
करना
from
भी मुझे
Fontaine.
साथ में ही अच्छा लगता है
Are
ऐसे.
you sure you're not a little overqualified?
Why, Mr. Niwa, are you suggesting I find a job as a diplomat? Sadly, I am so very attached to my craft.
Enough,
Artifact
Escher.
farming because I don't have
I'm
much
here because an evil
characters.
force is raging inside the furnace. And someone needs
Oh,
to take your new device inside the high-risk zone so we can absorb it and put an end to the problem. I'm in charge here. And I'm about to take some
and I don't
responsibility
have
and head
good
inside.
build characters.
Probably to my
और
death.
मैं तुमसे कह रही हूँ कि
But what about you?
teach me how to build
What are you still
characters.
doing here?
Judging from the look in your eyes...
ठीक है, हम
Drop the
साथ में
act.
build करेंगे.
We're past that now.
We'll get there.
Whoever you are, it looks like your plan to destroy Tatarasuna has worked.
मेरे पास सिर्फ भर के
I just wanna
pyro
know what you're
characters
still
हैं. I
doing
don't know
here.
मैं क्या करूँ उनका.
What's left? Don't you have all your answers, but
Honestly, I'm just waiting for the right moment. A
ये क्या
moment
था?
like this, where you finish talking and I stop you from entering the furnace.
What?
You...
You're a little smarter than I initially gave you credit for. I thought I'd disguised myself exceptionally well, at least for the first few days. But to my surprise, you had your people look into my background right from the start. It's a
इसने तो पीठ
long
पीछे
journey
छुरा मार
from
दिया.
Inazuma to Fontaine, but that didn't stop them. Eventually, they managed to confirm that Escher was an alias, and that I was not from Fontaine at all. And yet,